Doug? Oh,
Yeah, take it up.
oh no, not yet.
4 on the floor. You know this. We each get 30 seconds. This is a 4-minute segment that turns into 7 minutes, but we stop it when the bell rings. And let's go with 4 on the floor. The first subject today is, should Super Bowl XLIX, that would be 49, have an asterisk? No, it shouldn't. No, they won the Super Bowl. As we had Jimmy Collins here, the comedian last week, he said they could have beaten them with concrete blocks or Frazier's dog. And that's true.
I believe he said a canned ham.
They couldn't have beaten the Seahawks if their coach had called a different play.
That's true.
But should it have an asterisk? No, you can't take anything. I mean, it's like the Barry Bonds stuff. Really? Put an asterisk.
It should have an asterisk because of what you brought up. The dumb play calling by the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. That's why New England won. So no asterisk.
Okay, number 2. Is Ricky Fowler underrated?
You go first. You're the golf guy.
Ricky Fowler is not underrated. It's been the history of golf on the women's side and on the men's side. It's been the history of tennis. You know this. Anna Kournikova never really accomplished that much. There was a women's golfer 20 years ago, you remember, you covered her, that was considered the most attractive woman on the tour, and she never won anything.
Stevenson. Jan Stevenson.
Yeah, I would go with that. No, he's not underrated. The guy finished in the top 5 of every major last year. Is that underrated?
No, he's one of the elite golfers. I don't know that he's underrated. I don't know that he's overrated. He's rated as a great golfer, and he is a great golfer. Now, I will say this. He looks like an alien, and it bothers me. I have trouble watching Ricky Fowler. He looks like an alien to me. I'm sorry.
You mean like...
So that's underrated about him.
Let's make this clear. So you mean like from another planet?
Yes.
Or another land?
Another planet.
Okay, because his family is from another land.
Well, he's from another planet.
I will tell you this. Kids... Hold the bell. Kids, when you go to a golf tournament, and I know this, kids try to emulate his outfits. So is he underrated? Not in terms of marketing, because kids love Ricky Fowler.
He is a well-dressed alien. Yogi Berra turns 90 today. Who would you rather have? Yogi or
is an alien.
Look at his eyes. You cannot look in his eyes for too long.
Why? You got to turn to like
stone.
Turn to stone.
Yogi or Johnny Bench? Or is there another catcher you'd put on your all-time team?
Yogi Berra, by far. Yogi Berra had 3, and we went through this kind of one day. Yogi Berra had 3 MVPs on a team with people like Mickey Mantle. Yeah. Yogi Berra was the best catcher in the history of baseball. Now, if you want to say best defensive catcher, that would be Johnny Bench.
Well, I'm going to take Johnny Bench because I like the combination of defense and power and RBIs.
Well,
Yogi was a great player.
No,
Yogi was a great player. Played for a long, long time. Could play outfield as well. And,
no, he couldn't play outfield. He was in outfield.
He was in left field in the 1960 World Series when Bill Mazeroski hit the series-winning home run for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Did you know that? Yogi was the left fielder that game.
Well, he could have caught it anyway. Nobody could have caught that.
He was about this big.
Do you know that wall is still in Pittsburgh?
Forbes Field? Really?
Yeah.
They kept the wall up?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
They have that piece of the wall they kept as memorabilia. See, you learned something every day.
Didn't know that.
And home plate?
Home plate is still in place?
Yeah. But you're telling them they have that wall and it's right there.
You sure you're not thinking of the Berlin Wall?
Pittsburgh's campus.
It's on the campus of the school.
You sure you're not thinking of the Berlin Wall?
I promise it's in the middle of it.
Okay. The last 4 on the floor. Pistachios or cashews? I want to hear your answer on this.
You sent this to me earlier. And my answer for years and years would have been cashews, because I thought cashews were like the rich person's peanuts. And I loved cashews, but I think I burnt out on cashews. And the reason why he knows I'm going to say pistachios, because when I go over to his house, he eat all the pistachios.
We have them out on the counter.
And I put them back in the bowl, which seems to be a no-no in his family.
Well, I mean, you empty the shells, and then you put the shells back in with the uneaten pistachios? Who does that?
I do.
You know, cashews are fun.
Why do I
like
have
a
to
couple
switch?
of
We're not talking about crab legs here. They're nuts.
Yes, you are. You know, cashews are fun, a couple of handfuls, but if you want to go long, distance, if you want endurance, you got to go pistachios. You remember the red pistachios when they used to dye them red?
No.
And you get really?
I wasn't a pistachio guy. That's an expensive
You get the red
nut.
all over your fingers. When you were a kid, that was cool.
Oh, wow.
Now as an adult,
You think I had?
I don't want red pistachios.
You think?
anymore.
Oh, I forgot. You grew up in this rich Chicago family.
No, I
Lived on
didn't.
a-
We did not. We had a
we're
roof
a
over our
poor
head and
family.
food on the table. We were not a rich family by any means.
We had to fight the squirrels over one peanut.
Yeah, sure you did.
Oh,
Four on the Floor is brought to you by Citywide Banks.
I am Citywide Banks.
I am Citywide Banks.
At Citywide Banks,
We put you first by exceeding your service expectations every day.
Every day.